Merging is all about bringing changes from one branch to another. In Git, we have two types of merges: fast-forward merges and three-way merges. Let's study each of these merges using a real example. So here's the master branch with 3 commits. We create a new branch called bugfix. As I told you before, in Git, a branch is just a pointer to a commit. So in this case, both master and bugfix pointers are pointing to the same commit. Now we switch to the bugfix branch and make a couple of commits. We're done here. Now we need to bring the changes back to master. Now, because these branches have not diverged and there is a direct linear path from bugfix to master, all Git has to do to merge the changes is to bring the master pointer forward. This is what we call a fast-forward merge. Now, if you're confused about this, let me give you a simple example. So forget about Git for a second. Imagine we have a directory called master, and the code in this directory is at version 1.0. We take a copy of this directory and call it bugfix. At this point in time, the code in these directories are identical, right? Now we start making some changes to the bugfix directory. So we get to version 1.2. We're done here. We want to bring the changes back to master. How do we do this? Well, one way is to copy all the files from bugfix into master. But this is not the best way to solve this problem. What if you have thousands of files? This copy operation might take a few seconds. There is a better way. Since we don't have any additional changes in master, and essentially what we have in master is the first version of bugfix, we can simply rename bugfix to master. So from this point forward, we can say this is our new master directory. The idea of a fast-forward merge in Git is very similar. So if two branches have not diverged and there is a direct linear path from the target branch to the source branch, Git runs a fast-forward merge. It simply brings the pointer of the source branch forward. Now that we're done with the bugfix branch, we can simply remove it, which removes the pointer. Now let's look at an example of a three-way merge. In this example, our bugfix branch is 2 commits ahead of master. But before we merge it with master, let's go back to master and add an additional commit. Now our branches are diverged. So we have some changes in master that don't exist in the bugfix branch. So if you run a merge, Git cannot move the master pointer forward and have it point to the same commit as bugfix, because otherwise we'll lose the latest commit in the master branch. So when we run a merge, Git creates a new commit that combines the changes from these 2 branches. Now, the reason this is called a three-way merge is because this new commit is based on 3 different commits: the common ancestor of our branches, which includes the before code, and the tips of our branches, which contains the after code. So Git looks at 3 different snapshots: the before snapshot and after snapshots. Based on these, it will figure out how we should combine the changes. So it creates this new commit, which is called a merge commit. So to recap, in Git, we have 2 types of merges: fast-forward merges, which happen if branches have not diverged, and three-way merges, which happen if branches have diverged. Over the next few videos, we're going to see examples of these merges in action.